I want to go out to Owings Mills because my guy Tony D is out at Gameday Men's Health in Owings Mills. And I have been telling you guys about Gameday Men's Health for the last few months. We've gone out there. We've made some fun videos. We've done lots of different stuff. But I still don't think you fully understand why it is that Gameday Men's Health is just a little bit different than anywhere else that we talk about. And Tony, I'm afraid you might have just frozen up on me. I'm afraid that's the case. Oh, there we go. There's my guy. Tony, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Oh, Tony, are you muted? There we are.
Yo, Glenn.
What's up, dude? How are you?
Morning, brother. How you doing, man?
So, Tony, I'm great. So, for people that don't know, my story, my connection, the Gameday Men's Health, I'm 42 years old. And I woke up one day and said, I don't understand. I don't feel the same as I felt 5-10 years ago. And I don't know how to put it into words, right? And, like, it's not something that you ever want to talk about with, like, your buddies. You don't want to walk in and be like, hey, man, I don't know that I feel like a man anymore. You don't want to say those things.
Right.
So I go over to Gameday Men's Health, and I'm worried maybe I'm low T. And you guys are like, that's not the case. So I end up on peptide proteins. And those have been wonderful. I talk about it all the time. Tony, I play tennis on Sunday nights, and it used to be that I wouldn't be right again until Tuesday. And now I wake up on Monday and I feel fine, right? Like I feel good to go.
Peptides are pretty freaking amazing. Peptides are, for those that don't know, they're short chain amino acids, and there's hundreds of them. And some of the ones that I'm on and that Glenn are on are good for guys that are a little bit older, maybe helping us feel a little bit better.
Dude, it's been the biggest thing, Tony, that I feel, and then I want you to show everybody a game. That's the reason why we're doing this. But the biggest thing that I feel is it used to be when I would wake up in the morning, right? I would just wake up and it would be a production. Like I would make noises. I would wake up and it would sound something like this. I mean, like I would sound like my grandfather, you know? And I couldn't believe I was 40 years old going through that. And now I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, all right, I'll sit up and I'll get ready to go on with my day. And I remember...
And Glenn, I am grandfatherly age.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not on testosterone either. I'm only on a peptide.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm on sermorelin.
Dude, it has been, I cannot explain how much of a difference it's made in my life. And it's just a small thing, right? Like, as I always say, it's not a miracle. It's not like I'm going to go run 70 miles today or run a super marathon or something like that. It's just the way that I feel that's changed.
I found that I'm just able to build muscle again. Like, I got, like, I'm not going to show you guys, but like I got like a little bicep again.
Oh, come on, show Tony. Give us the gun show. Come on, man.
It was like gone. And I started on sermorelin at the beginning of the year, and there's a couple different ways you can take it. There's a little troche, it's like a little piece of candy, or you can do it as an injection. Either way, it works great. And in my case, in sermorelin, it helps my pituitary gland produce more human growth hormone, like when I was younger.
Yeah.
So it's not an exogenous, goat or cow hormone that I'm putting in myself. It's just something to helping myself do what it used to do, and that is have my human growth hormone produced naturally.
It's awesome.
It's pretty cool stuff.
It's awesome, man. So what I love about Gameday Men's Health, right? Not only that it's helping me, but the first time I walked in, knowing nothing about Gameday Men's Health at all, I realized immediately that I didn't feel like when I go to my doctor. And I talked about this with Dr. Ferrer. I said, there's something about going to your doctor's office. It just feels sterile. You don't want to be there. It feels like militant. You feel like you're almost at a jail. You're lined up. It's almost inhuman. And from the moment that I walked into your door, I was like, this feels more like going to my barber shop. This feels more like hanging out.
Totally intentional.
Yeah, it just.
You want guys to feel at home. You want me to give the guys a tour?
I would love for you to show everybody what it looks like.
I'm gonna flip this camera around.
All right. So Tony D'Agostino from Gameday Men's Health is with us, and that's the front door.
So here we are coming in off our lobby.
Yep.
You can see our signage, and let me get permission from this guy to film him. Hold on a second here. Hey man, I'm doing a live feed. Do you mind being on it? Do you mind being on it? Okay, I'm gonna. Would you mind stepping in that office real quick? Thanks, brother. All right. So There's our staff. Say hello, ladies.
Hi, ladies.
Got
Oh,
Adrian on the left and
hi.
Grace on the right. And here's our waiting room, guys.
So, okay, let me start, Tony, with the waiting room.
Go ahead, man.
Because I will admit, and I have had to tell, unfortunately, everybody on your staff, I don't do a great job of drinking enough water during the day. It's something I know I need to do more of, right? And so the moment I walk in, I walk over, look at that. Look at that cooler, loaded up with various
hit the beverages,
flavored waters, things along those lines. Guys that don't like drinking water, they got that. Also, did you show them the snacks, Tony? Show them the snack bar, man.
Oh yeah, we got snacks.
Dang.
Look at that. Look at that. It's complimentary snacks.
Press box stuff here.
I love that. I love that print issue of press box right there. But that's what you walk into, right? Like you walk into it immediately. It ain't like going to the doctor. You're sitting down. You're getting yourself a granola bar. You're getting yourself some little bit of protein, something that gets your day going. And then you end up in the offices that don't look anything like. They are so much more comforting than your typical doctor's office.
After these ladies say hello to you, the first step is usually right in here. This is our blood draw room, our intake room. This is, check this out. My buddy owns part of the Venice soccer team. He gave us that. He gave us that jersey. Swear to God.
That's really cool.
He's a guy.
Really
lives over just around the corner.
Wait, they actually have a soccer team in Venice. Where do they play in Venice?
In Venice, he owns part of the Venice.
But where do they
team.
play? It's all water. Where the hell do they play?
I don't know. I've never been over there.
Questions.
Oh, I've been to Venice, but I haven't been over to watch him play.
All right, well, you and I are going. We're going to make that trip.
So we draw some blood, and then after we get the blood out of you, we walk it right across the hall, and we spin it up. We got our centrifuges over here. Right?
And what does that do, Tony? What does that mean when you say you spin it up?
We centrifuge. We spin it up, and we separate the blood components, and then we take the plasma off the top using these guys right here.
Mm-hmm.
We put them into our analyzers, and we calculate your testosterone, your PSA, and your hematocrit.
And Tony, this is important for me to say, right? Because I think, like me, I was worried about whether or not I was low T. And I think a lot of guys my age are worried about that. And you all at Gameday Men's Health offer a complimentary testosterone test to figure out.
Yeah, that test is free, guys.
Yeah. So
absolutely. You walk in, blood draw, testing, all free. All three of those tests, testosterone, PSA, and hematocrit. Hold on, we're going to do a drive-by and say hi to Candace. Hey, Dr. Candace.
Hey, Candace. What's going on?
With Glenn.
Love you. She's the best. I can't tell you how much I love Dr. Ferrer. She's so wonderful to me every time I see her. Makes my day. Now,
here's our procedure room.
Tony, this is the part. So a lot of guys, we've talked about low T, we've talked about peptides, but unfortunately for a lot of men around this age, you might be dealing with perhaps, say, erectile dysfunction.
Yeah,
or just
a real thing. It's super common, guys. Don't be embarrassed to talk about it. We're a safe space. Come on in. We'll treat you with dignity and respect. Respect your privacy, and tell you what options there are to help out.
And that's what's going on in this back room, correct?
Yeah. This machine right here, we refer to it as a EPAT machine. It's commonly called a Gaines wave machine. And hey, you ever seen one of these, Glenn? Look at that guy.
I'm not.
Model.
What exactly?
So this is how this machine works, guys.
Okay.
When we think about low T, we think about hormones and we think about blood flow. We can help with hormones with things like testosterone. But when it comes to blood flow, we can also help by creating a micro injury. And so whenever you get injured, I think most folks know that blood flows to that point of injury in your body. So I can treat tennis elbow with the same machine.
Wow.
But what we're going to do is we literally use this device right here. It creates a micro injury. I'm going to turn it on. You hear that?
Yeah.
You're literally.
Oh, hang on. We lost you now, Tony. We lost you. We don't hear you. Sorry.
Okay, probably interfere. You got me back?
Yep, got you back.
Okay. Yeah, but literally there's a machine, guys, that can help with ED. And we do it here. We got a privacy screen. We actually close the shades when we're doing that one. But, we treat treat everybody with dignity and respect here, and respect people's privacy. But there's all kinds of options available, and Dr. Candace is an expert. Candace is a nurse practitioner, but she's also got her doctorate degree in this stuff too. So she's a real pro.
I can't tell you guys. I keep trying to explain it to people, but until you get there, you're not fully going to understand how different it is than your typical experience in the medical field. Like, it's just not the same thing. And that's to take nothing away from the wonderful medical practitioners that are out there. I'm not trying to say they all do their jobs really well. But it's that feel that you're not even a person sometimes when you walk in.
Right.
You feel like you're being herded like cattle when you go into some of these places. And that is the exact opposite of the experience that you have when you're at game day. Here's another thing I got to give your staff credit for, Tony, right?
Yeah.
The respect they have for people's time. And when you walk in, like I say, you go over to the waiting room, you're not going to be in the waiting room for very long.
Right.
And they know exactly what you need to do. Like if I call ahead and say, hey, I've got a meeting that I got to do at 2 o'clock today, they're going to say, hey, you don't need to do this today. You need to do this, and you can do this with, a practitioner. You can do this with, and we can get you out of here in 20 minutes. And in that way, it's really not like
you're a person here. You're not
right.
you're a person here. You're not an insurance reimbursement to us.
That's exactly what it is, man. And I had never experienced anything like it until I got to Gameday Men's Health. And I'm telling
you, Glenn. We appreciate
Tony,
that,
from
man.
the moment you walk in, you're just at a different place. And like there are times, dude, and this is Glenn Clark, straight shoot, where like I see that I've got a doctor's appointment. I'm like, maybe I just want to reschedule that today. Like maybe I don't feel like dealing with that today. And I've never had that feeling whenever I've been going over to see you guys. I've never had that feeling once. It is a different place with good people, and it has helped my life a lot, man. Remind everybody, because I know it's not just, you're out in Owings Mills today, but it's not just your location in Owings Mills.
No. There's a couple of us. We're all independently owned. We're the largest men's health clinic franchise in the country. There are more than 400 of us. Started in Carlsbad, California about 7 years ago by a guy named Evan Miller. We were the first to open in Maryland. We also have another clinic in Frederick. We have a partnership clinic in Columbia with our friend Chris Harn. And Chris will be opening up in Annapolis, I think early next year is his timeline right now. That's us. We'll have 4 clinics in the Baltimore metropolitan area. And, we have availability most days. We're open Monday through Thursday. Friday we use as an admin day to, fill scripts and get caught up with people and make phone calls and all that kind of stuff with our patients.
Yep.
But yeah, we're available Monday through Thursday for guys. And, we do see ladies as well for weight loss.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I actually had someone reach out to me that asked about that, and I didn't know until I found out in a different conversation. But because we talked about this, our friend John Colson, who's down 14 pounds from working with you guys.
Yep. John's made amazing progress.
And it's something that it's hard to explain because, again, you and I might be talking about it soon because I go to the gym every day. And yet you get into your 40s and your metabolism just ain't the same as it was when you were in your 20s. That's the reality of the circumstances.
Yeah, we help guys. We're seeing more and more younger guys with low T. Historically, I think people thought it was an older guy's problem.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 67 on my next birthday. And a lot of guys think, oh, this is an older person's problem. And I'm telling you, we're seeing guys in their 20s and 30s every single day.
Man.
With low T. It's really become an epidemic. And, when my wife is a board certified MD, she's our medical director. When we were talking about opening this clinic, she came across some research, Glenn, that talked about the number of guys in North America, and it's measured in the millions that are on antidepressants that never had their testosterone level checked. They go to their doctor doesn't understand the problem, and they put them on antidepressants when in fact, maybe they just needed some testosterone. It really is a real issue, and we're helping a lot of guys every single day.
Well, Tony, I'm telling you, it has impacted my life. It has been a major benefit, and I'm continuing to share the message with everyone who will listen.
We appreciate you.
443-264-4454, correct?
Correct. That's the number. Yep.
GameDayMen'sHealth.com. You want to know more. And again, if nothing else, that complimentary testosterone test.
Hey, it's free.
It's free.
Come on.
Just find out. Get the answer.
How much is it? It's free.
Correct. Just get out. If you've been dealing with this, just go get the answer to the question. And maybe you'll be like me. Maybe you'll find out I was Mr. T, right? Like, I pitied the fool, as it turns out. I had all the tea. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a way that they can help you, and they've helped me.
Yeah, good stuff.
Tony, you're the best, brother. I'll see you
See
soon,
you guys.
all right?
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you, buddy. Tony D'Agostino from Game Day Men's Health out in Owings Mills. Of course, Columbia and Frederick as well. Columbia, 443-266-3505. Frederick, 240-931-3717. I'm telling you, that feel, it's way more like when I go to my barber's shop. In fact, I would actually tell you it's more personable sometimes than when I go to my barber.
I was going to say, I just kind of want to go hang out in that waiting room.
There are times, I'm not kidding, where I've actually been sitting in there doing some work, right? They'll either have music playing or
the game or something.
Like, it's something like that. There's a game going on. Sometimes they'll just put on, like, an old game. Like, and I'll just find myself, like, I'm watching, like, a replay of the 1997 NBA Finals, and I'm just...
Good finals, right?
Yeah, right? I'm distracted by it. I'm like, oh, man, MJ really good. And then I've got a granola bar, right? And I've got a fizzy water, and I'm just like, man, this is living. Like, sometimes when I'm in the straight shoot, because, I work at Stevenson as well, sometimes when I'm in the neighborhood and I just have work to do in a day and I don't feel like driving back here doesn't make sense, I'm like, maybe just wander over and hang out at Game Day for the afternoon. Like, I know everybody. Like, I think they'll be okay with me being there. It's a different place, man, and they're doing incredible work. So appreciate them being a partner with us, and continue to tell you guys that whatever you're dealing with, stop pretending like it isn't a thing. Or just because it's not, like, a lot of us as men, we go to the doctor when we break a finger. Like, that's the way that we operate.
You go to the doctor when you break a finger?
Yeah, when I break a finger sometimes I'm just like, it's a set back in, we're good. But yeah, man, like, you're dealing with stuff, and you're not talking to anybody about it because you don't want to, and I get that. And it might be causing issues in your marriage. It might be causing issues with your, like, relationships in your life, professionally. Don't deal with it anymore. Game Day Men's Health.